Oh,
Jason's gonna spin it and spin Wortley with him.
Oh no! Oh, trouble for Powell! He spins it! The crash, the big one! And here comes two for one.
To the inside, they're 3x3.
That looks for turn 3.
Oh no, he moved up. He moved up. Oh no! And here comes Mark.
the pass.
For the crossover. Gonna move behind. Can't do it.
Checkered flag. Tyler Mallon wins at Atlanta.
Proudly presents NACOS. After the winding road course that saw a dramatic finish, we remain in Canada and head to Vallee-Jonction for the Vallee-Jonction 200 at Autodrome Chaudière. This quarter-mile racetrack in the middle of nowhere shows how grueling racing can be. This track 1 year ago went caution-free in the Cosman Ionescu romp on the field, leading 191 laps out of the total 200. We're back for another 200 laps here, and we get to see who conquers the Canadian track the quickest. Note, Cosman isn't here, so it's going to be somebody new going to victory lane. Your broadcast booth sounds the same as always. Jacob Hitz, Trace Ryder here with you for the call. And Trace, this track is tiny. Take us through with the amount of race cars that we have here today. We have 15 drivers starting. I think we can guarantee that there'll be cautions here, right?
Oh, absolutely. We were surprised there weren't any cautions last year.
No, that's true.
Track's only a half mile long. It's got some pretty decent banging. However, again, the short tracks, bottom line is going to be dominant. We should see some cautions here tonight. A lot of sloppy practicing, so I anticipate a lot of sloppy racing, and therefore a lot of sloppy cautions. So I'm sure it'll be fun. For the viewers, at least, maybe. I don't know. It depends on how much you guys like pace laps.
Well, on the bright side, this track is small, so it doesn't take as long for pace laps if this track was like, Pocono or something like that, where we'd be sitting here for about 10 minutes. And no, this isn't a hint to bring Pocono to the schedule. Pocono's my home track. You bring that onto the schedule, somebody dies. Let's move on to the track facts and the race facts here. You get to do both since Rusty's not here this week. Start with the track facts here for Autodrome Chaudière.
All right, like I said, it is a quarter-mile track banking at 9 degrees. Pit road speed is 55, which is actually faster than pace speed because the pit entrance is the outside of turn 2 and takes you around the outside of the track. So to get some tires and fuel, you're going to have to go around the outside, around the outside, around the outside.
And this racetrack, tiny. So fuel mileage, non-existent. They can make almost 400 laps on a tank of fuel. Realistically, they'll only pit for tires, and that's if they abuse the crap out of them. Now the race facts here, not really a lot after last year's snooze fest.
It was, I was in that race. It was the beginning of my decline as a driver.
Yeah, you were in that race, and then you were in the broadcast booth after about 20 minutes.
Yeah, I got lapped, I think, 3 times in the first, half of the race, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm done. Yeah, Cosman is an amazing racer and amazing at this track, so he absolutely dominated. I mean, that's really all you could really say about what happened last year.
Yeah, drive-through finished second. He was the only other car to finish on the lead lap. No cautions last year. And if it's anything like CTMP, we're going to have a couple of smash-em-ups here this week as well. So, I forgot to go get water before the broadcast started, so I'm going to go do that now. So
I'll pass you.
Why don't you take us through the happy hour order, since we have about 2 minutes left in happy hour before we get to the gridding.
Order? All right, yeah. So currently, fastest chart on track right now is Mr. Pantalica. He, surprising rookie this year. I also want to say hi to chat while I have a chance. So, hey Aiden, Dilshock, TS, Joe. A lot of love for Davey already. Fan and crowd favorite. Hey Orioles, how you doing? So we have Mr. Pan Rutherford Talica. He's currently sitting atop the happy hour board in the 46. Then it's Hunter B, who is surprisingly set some decent speed here in practice and now happy hour. Look to see him to be competitive for, well, he's always been competitive, but look to see him towards the front this race, I would think. Tyler Mallon, last week had a very unfortunate event. And if you listen long enough, I'm sure he'll tell you about it. At Canada, hated to see his race end early when he was so competitive. He was currently 3rd in the happy hour order. Then it is the Ben Crazy is 4th. David Alvarez, the quiet one, the keyboard warrior, in 5th. And we haven't talked much about last year's champion, Ben. It's good to see he's in 4th right now in happy hour. And we don't, I mean, again, take happy hour with a grain of salt. So, after him, Anthony Gonzalez, Ryan Karp, Jordan McGraw, Cody H Gaming, and Austin Delgado, who last week had that fantastic demonstration of how locking up works, heading into the final chicane at Montreal, and wound up costing him the race.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Oh, quick little run up and down the stairs a little bit, get the blood flowing.
Get myself out of breath before this race even starts. All right.
Yeah. I forget where I left off. Oh, I was talking about last
week's finish.
Yeah, talking about last week's
Austin.
Austin has actually jumped up to 5th now, so he's into the top 5, out of the top 10. Well, I shouldn't say out of the top 10, but improves his time. And now to 3rd. Oh my God.
Just keep
I guess if I keep talking about him, he's just gonna keep climbing the board. Let's see if this happens.
It's the opposite of the commentator's curse here.
So yeah, so last week Davey dropped. He dropped a gear, didn't he?
Yeah, Davey dropped first gear, so I was not wrong. When I said, did he blow a gear or something? He did. He blew first gear, so he was slower coming out of the hairpin, lacked some of the speed that he needed coming down the straightaway. That's how Austin caught up to him and passed him for the moment until Austin forgot, oh wait, there's a turn there, and got on the brakes too late, locked him up, and got to find out what a tire wall tastes like at Montreal. We need to start going through the grid now because this track's
okay, here we go. Everybody hang on. Starting on the pole, Davey has last week's winner. Domination hasn't finished worse than 2nd. Tommy Bordeaux, his best friend, starting on the outside in the 57. Drive-through will start 3rd in the 77. Tyler Mallon in 4th will start outside of him in the 18. Then it is Cody H Gaming starting 5th, right behind his good buddy in the 77. Then it is Hunter B in 6th in the 47. Austin Delgado picking up a 7th place start this week in the 39. Then it is Pan Rutherford Talica in the 46. Outside of him will start 8th. Ryan Karp will start 9th in the 37, and then it is the Ben Crazy starting outside of him to round out the top 10. Then it is Jordan McGraw, Anthony Gonzalez, Ethan Head, Sam Slusarski, and David Alvarez in that order. I did all that before the pace car even rolled, baby. Woo!
Before we even got the command. Easter Day, I'm surprised he's that far back in the 10th spot. And Cody H Gaming.
I'm Staff Sergeant Proto with the soldiers of the 1st Cavalry Division. Gentlemen, start your engines!
Cody H Gaming in the 5th spot. Now, one note about last year's race. I've been saying that Cosman led all the laps. That's wrong. He led 191 of them. The guy that led the other 9 laps, right there on your screen, that 28 car. He led the other 9 laps here. Yes, Cody, the guy that wanted to coin, that was his win was gifted to him. He's pretty darn good here. Similar to Slinger. A little less banking here. Pace car's coming off. And I hope you're ready, because the green flag's already out. Green flag, here we go. We're underway here at NACOS at Autodrome Chaudière.
Davey Hazard jumps out to an early lead. Drive-through looking to take 2nd place away from Bordeaux, trying to break up the terrible twosome. He's going to pull Mallon along with him there and take 3rd place.
Drive-through is awfully fast here. Like I said earlier, the only car to finish on the lead lap other than Cosman last year.
And here comes Cody H Gaming looking for that 4th spot underneath of Bordeaux. Bordeaux's going to drop to at least 5th place here, with Pantalica picking up 6th and Austin still in 7th. And then we're lining up.
Whoa! Bordeaux sent it in on Cody. Cody slides up the hill. Here comes Bordeaux back to the bottom, and he's going to bring Pan with him.
It would appear the Hunter has become the prey as Cody H Gaming gets a little bit of the bumper. Oh, he gets the wall as well. And he's going to wind up stuck on that high side as the laps continue to tick down. Davey Hazard.
Austin.
And Davey Hazard, real quick update from the front of the field, not getting away like he did last week.
Yeah, drive-through ran a little wide there through turn 2. That's not going to help him in closing in on that gap, but it certainly seems like he is applying a little bit of pressure to Davey at least, but I've got to imagine that we're going to see some cautions to change things up a bit, and I'm sure that tire wear is also going to have some sort of effect here.
Well, with 200 laps, that's a lot of tires to put on. A lot of tires to put on your car. Oh my God, a lot of laps to put on your tires. So we will certainly I would expect at least 1 green flag pit stop if they're going to try to extend the stints to half the race. But likely 2. But we'll see how that shapes up.
Both of us picked up exactly where we left off last week, screwing everything up in sight. One note: Sam Slusarski retired already.
4 laps down, about to be 5 laps down. So he will start and park that 97 machine this week. We'll see him next week at the dirt track Wilmot, which is where we'll see one Mr. Trace Ryder on the racetrack in that number 9. Rusty and Caleb, you better show up or you're fired. I don't want to be all by myself up here in a booth at a dirt track in Ann Arbor, but we'll have to see what happens. Yeah,
well, if my NACOS career is to be continued, I'll only pull off a couple laps before I inevitably wreck myself, so...
Well, you never know what could happen. More than 10 laps complete already here at Schuldier. The lap counter on your screen that you see, yeah, that's about 1 lap.
Drive-through is on the bumper of Davey Hazard.
It's about a lap and a half behind what it actually is. 12 laps are already completed. Just kind of ignore that lap counter. It's broken, but drive-through's there, fighting hard for the lead.
Yeah, gave Davey a little bit of pressure there, but Davey did not bother to crack, and opens that gap back up to another car length.
He got a little sideways on the curbs coming off 3 and 4, got back on the gas, back in, stepped out. Now he's rolling again, and Bordeaux is applying some pressure to Mr. Tyler Mallon in that 3rd spot. Mallon has been, I would say Mallon has been complaining over the past week after what happened at Montreal. The damage to his car that he sustained after the glitch that was in turn 1 cost him the race. He finished 2nd to last. He finished all the way back in the 15th position. 16 cars started last week. He hasn't been too happy about it. He wasn't happy about Thompson either, where the tire fall off didn't exist. He was saving his tires for the end when he didn't really need to. He thinks he's cost himself the championship already. Now, Hazard's out in front right now, but we all know what happened to Easter Day last year. Got out in front with that big lead drive-through. Hello, up the hill he goes. There goes 2nd, there goes 3rd. Mallon and Bordeaux now fighting for that 2nd spot instead of 3rd.
And Mallon gives him the room there. And I have to add that, you know, even though it's really unfortunate to see his race end like that, you hate for that to happen to anybody in any position. But sometimes, you know, the cookie just doesn't crumble your way, and you got to just move on and prepare for the rest of the season.
Especially since we're not even at the halfway point yet. Drive-through John forcing it down the front straightaway. Gets away from Pan, closing in on Tommy going into turn 3.
And I think drive-through's a little upset with himself.
Back straightaway. Hunter B, Cody H Gaming. Still green. Take a look at the replay. And
we're yellow. We're going yellow.
We are under caution, and it was Hunter getting turned around off the bumper of that 36 machine. Alexander Gonzalez on corner exit just turned him, and Cody had nowhere to go.
Yeah, unfortunate break for Cody H Gaming. His bad luck continues.
On board with Hunter B. He's got planted, turned. Hard hit for Cody there. Although it got Hunter back going straight. So we are under caution for the first time here at Autodrome Chaudière. That took long.
20 laps?
20 laps had to be completed before we got the caution flag. So we've already broken the streak. I think we've seen a caution at every racetrack now. Maybe not DuQuoin, I don't quite remember. But every racetrack that we've gone to so far this season, we've seen a caution.
Looks like some of the back marker cars have been the only ones to take the pits here. By back marker, I don't mean that in the negative connotation. I mean, like, they're literally just in the back of the pack right now.
Yeah, so we've got...
Davey going to take the outside lane on the restart, it looks like.
Jordan McGraw, Ethan Head on pit road. I don't know what's going on. I think they're trying to let Mallon back in line because he's being an idiot and trying to go double file already. I know Drive-Thru talked about doing a caution cone type of deal where you pick your own line. I don't think that's going to happen here. They may use that in some other races. Now they're doubling up. And if Hazard was going to use the outside, I was going to get up and leave because there's no way that would have worked. Ethan Head got lapped while on pit road. He has to go around and get his lap back. You better hurry because they're coming to green. Where are they? Off turn 4.
No, we're going to go around.
Do another lap because of Ethan. He's on the backstretch right now. They'll do one more lap, and then we'll get rolling. We'll have 25 laps complete when we get the green flag.
And I have to say that these guys, Sam Slusarski, Ethan Head, the guys towards the back of the pack who at least showing up every week and getting those laps in, I have to give them some props for showing up and trying to get better. There's a lot to be said about that.
Yeah, Mech didn't show up last week. However, he was here again, was having issues with the racetrack. We'll probably see him next week. Meanwhile, green flags back in the air. We're back underway here at Autodrome Chaudière. Gonzalez making it 3 wide up on the top of the track. Pan gets turned around. Parking lot, turn 1. Upside down, David Alvarez and Benjamin Easterday. Caution flags back out.
And both back on their wheels, and we'll keep rolling. And the bad luck bend continues. Yikes.
Replay going into turn 1. It was Easterday that packed Pantalica going into turn number 1, got him sideways. Ben went up the racetrack to try and avoid, got hit by Hunter B, so he's 2 for 2 in accidents so far today. David Alvarez stuck on the outside, had nowhere to go. He went upside down, and then the 53 almost got sent over by Hunter B. Let's go on board once again with Hunter. We're getting a workout with the onboard camera, the 47.
And it looks like Hunter, victim of circumstance there. Same with the 68 of Alvarez. Ben did a nice little wheel stand there. You like to see it?
On board with Pan. There's some English. Here we go. There's the bump. I don't know how Gonzalez missed it. That was close.
He's very fortunate. And Ethan Head as well also missed it.
Pits are open. Majority of the drivers staying out on the racetrack. We've had a few come onto pit road, though. David, Ethan, Pan, Ben, and Cody. Cody was not involved in this accident. He was involved in the last one, though. Didn't pit last time. Now he did. So we're close to being split between cars that have pitted and cars that have not. Hunter B stayed out on the racetrack. And we've got an S-Pack factory coming off turn 2. Literally everybody. Drive-through was slow. Gonzalez got into the back of Austin. Carp got into the back of him. Carp then got hit by the 15. And then Hunter came to a dead stop to try and avoid him. Carp's like down on the apron now, crop dusting the field, and we've got 1 to green.
I did mention sloppy practicing, so. But looking like Newton's cradle there.
Report from Mr. Sam Slusarski. Discord was being an a-hole, so he just parked it to secure points. When he's in a voice chat like we use, decides to stop transmitting everyone else's audio, and that can be hectic when we use that to call out cautions. Field comes off turn 4. Green flag! And that's not it. Now here's the green flag.
Oh,
down
man.
Into turn 1. Drive-thru got sent wide.
Drive-thru got shoved through turn 1.
Yeah.
Down into turn 1 there.
He's got Delgado on the inside. Here comes Bordeaux looking for second.
Allen. Looking like we're getting some action going on. Bordeaux still not able to secure that spot. Delgado underneath the drive-through gets loose.
Whoa, he lost it! He spins it! Everybody avoids him! We stay green.
We stay green.
The
Austin
bad
dives
luck train has now bitten Austin Delgado.
And they are now 3 wide in the back of the pack.
Well, Hunter B got loose, and he had to check up, and everybody else did as well. That got hairy for a moment, but everybody lives for now. Oh, Ryan Carp sent it! He saved it!
And they're 3 wide! 3 wide into turn 3. Carp on the bottom smartly backs out of it. Panda's going to take this spot from the top side.
And Easterday is just stuck right behind that 37.
I don't even know how Ben gets through this. And I also this is a real good time to point out that there is a lip on the track right where that yellow line is. And if you catch that lip wrong like Pan just did right there, you might wind up spinning into turn 1.
Yeah. It's not your friend, Hunter B. He set a really fast lap, held the fastest lap spot in practice for a while, and he has worked his way up now into the 7th position, it looks like, as here comes Cody H Gaming. Ethan Head's blinking around like a maniac in the back of the field, like David Alvarez on steroids.
And
He's got it under control.
It's the most competitive that 47 has been. Hate to see him get involved in those couple of wrecks.
Yeah, it's just been a matter of circumstances for him. He started out in the back, and it fell apart for him. Meanwhile, how about Jordan McGraw, pitted under that last caution, P6 after getting around all of the chaos that happened on those opening laps after the restart. And his best finish, I gotta check this, his best finish was 3rd at Road America last season, finished 10th a week ago. And here comes Hunter now looking to the inside for that 6th spot, almost got into him.
Sometimes it's all about keeping your nose clean, and I think that's what McGraw did there, and it warranted in 6th spot, so.
Well, that means on the fresher tires, battle for the lead. Tommy Bordeaux's knocking on the door. Davey Hazard's not letting him in. Crash turn 1. Cody H Gaming's around. That should be a caution. Let me know if it isn't.
It is.
So caution's out. It all started. Hunter B had to get on the brakes to avoid Jordan McGraw. Cody got into the back of him. Cody spun it. I can't believe Hunter saved that car. Then Pan got into Cody. So for the 3rd time tonight, for the 3rd caution flag, we go on board with the 47. From the rear, you'll see it all. Boom. I think Cody got bumper grab there.
Yeah, I was about to say it. Some kind of netcode issue there for sure. He got the nose just got ripped on him.
Yeah. And pits are open. Malin gonna kill some cones and stay out. McGraw comes in even though he just pitted. Carp is in. Ethan Head is in. Everybody else staying out on the racetrack.
I don't know what the strategy call is. I don't know how many laps you have on these tires here. But if everybody's going, I wonder if they're worried that a similar situation to Thompson will happen, where the tire wear was not what Goodyear had initially reported it would be.
Yeah.
And that upset some people. So I don't know what the play is here. But if they're staying out, I'm going to have to trust the drivers on this one, that the grip's just not that far gone. Considering that the top three are still on tires they started with and have pulled away from everybody, I'm unsurprised.
Yeah, make that the top 5 right now. Ben Crazy, the first one that is pitted, he's in the 6th spot right now. We're closing in on a quarter way through the race. They may try and split it. If we get a caution around halfway, we may see them pit 10 and then split the race. 100-lap old tires and 100-lap old tires. I don't remember what they did tire-wise last year. I think there was a pit stop. But I could be wrong. Field's doubling up as we get set to go back to green here at Autodrome Chaudière. Davey Hazard has led all but 1 lap, apparently. Malin passed him probably under caution to lead a lap, so it's a BS lap led for Malin, but whatever. He gets that, I guess, 1 point to his name. Hazard's led him all so far. It's Hazard and Bordeaux on the front row. Here they come. Green flags back in the air. A big stack up and a late restart. But Hazard sends it into turn 1. Here comes Malin on the inside.
Malin looking to take that second spot away from Bordeaux. Was third.
Trouble drifters around. Got turned by Hunter B. Hands in it. Big crash. Hunter's upside down again. He's upside. David's upside down and parked upside down. Back on his wheels. 4th caution already.
5th on back just wrecked. I just want to put that.
Everybody.
Just wrecked.
I mean, everybody. Replay. Drive-through got turned by Hunter B. Hunter then gets turned by David, who didn't check up in enough time. Meanwhile, the outside line got collected. Delgado may have missed it. Never mind. He got punted by McGraw. Cody H. Gaming piled in. Ryan Karp missed it.
Beautiful
Ethan Head barely. No, Ethan Head did get a piece of it. So 5th on back minus Ryan Karp was involved in this huge accident in turn number 4. We'll go on board with drive-through, and then for the 967th time tonight, we'll go on board with Hunter B. Drive-through first. There's the punt. And you'll see everybody else crash to his inside here in a moment.
It's one of the worst spots to wreck.
Now, 47 car. He goes for a ride. As then he gets turned up in the air, up, almost over. Meanwhile, there you see the 68 of Alvarez upside down. Still had people stay out at the front. Top 5, it looks like. Actually, most everybody stayed out.
Yeah, interesting.
I think Delgado was the first. No, drive-through was the first one to come onto pit road.
I think if Mech had just stayed in this race and hung out way in the back, he might actually finish in the top 3.
Seriously. Hunter B, oh my gosh. He's been involved in all 4 wrecks, and we're not even a quarter of the way through. We'll be a quarter of the way through this time by. We'll have finished 50 laps.
I guess I'll just count I guess I'll just count on my fingers and toes how many cautions we have this tonight, because it's looking to be that way. As the green flag is about to come out again, and there it is!
Really late restart again. Hazard on the bottom, makes it work. Malin trying to pull away on the outside. He does, because Bordeaux slides up. He gets hit by Alexander Gonzalez. Everybody hangs on, and are we going to make it a lap? Yes.
Hell of a block by Bordeaux there to cut off Gonzalez's momentum, as now Malin is all over Davey.
Now here comes Bordeaux, back to the back bumper, that 18th. He slides at the racetrack. Bordeaux's there, tries to send it in. Malin shuts the door.
This trio has been the most dominant one so far of this race, so I'm interested to see. Oh, now it's super cooks it into turn 2, 3, and 4 there.
I think he got to the back of Hazard and had to lock it up, and Bordeaux is ready to pounce.
Tommy Bordeaux, patient, calculating, winning driver this season. I'm certain that there's he's playing some kind of mind games here with Tyler.
It's possible. He's finished third, it seems like, every week. Last week, third at Montreal, at Thompson, third at Delaware, fourth at CTMP he won, and at ACMS he finished sixth. But that was a new beginning for everybody, and there were a lot of incidents there. So he's finished in the top 5 every week except the opener. Ryan Karp is around, collects Pan, into the wall goes Pan.
That might be a caution. That's 2 cars involved. They're 3 wide. They're
crashing. There goes McGraw. McGraw's around. Easterday's around. David Alvarez upside down.
Oh my God!
Punted.
Over.
Punted is McGraw. He got killed by Ethan Head, and that's gonna bring out the caution.
Oh.
No doubt about it. Number 5.
All right. I guess maybe we should set up caution bingo for some of these races. Like
we need to do the Moonhead bingo except for cautions. All right.
Check.
Accident number 1. Pan versus Karp. Netcode action here. Pan sends it in on the inside. Netcode kills Karp, gets him around. He almost had it saved, throttled it back up, and caught Pan, sent him up into the outside wall. We'll go on board with Pan in a moment. Meanwhile, trying to avoid all of this, big checkup for McGraw. He got turned around by Easterday, who then spun, trying to avoid. Alvarez went up and almost hit the wall, and then Ethan Head ARCA braked it and broke Jordan McGraw's entire career.
Jordan McGraw's going to need to see a physical therapist after that one. That was a hefty shot.
First,
I'd also like to invite chat to keep a flip count going. I think that's 5 now.
That means we've had as many cautions as we have flips. On board Ethan Head. He just murdered a man. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Now, Pan Rutherford Metallica, where art thou? I had him for a moment. There he is. On board with him. Netcode got him right there. And just couldn't avoid getting turned. Didn't get much damage, though, from hitting the wall.
Yeah, out of that
I don't even know who pitted at this point. I don't know if a lot of people did. We should be doubling up here. Goodness gracious. McGraw pitted. Looks like Ethan Head pitted for the 5th time. He's pitted every caution flag. McGraw is going to be lapped, it looks like. Now he's trying to get by. I'm sure he had a solid chunk of damage, which is such a shame for him because he was up right on the edge of the top 5 2 cautions ago, I think it was now. So it's not like he was a slow car or anything, just a victim of circumstance there.
Yeah, the bad luck bug is all over the place at Shody Air today.
And it's only affecting black cars, really. We saw it affect Easterday. Now we're seeing it affect Hunter B. We're seeing it affect McGraw now. David Alvarez has gotten bullied a couple of times.
Karp got a bit as well. He's got black on the nose of the car.
Oh, that's actually blue.
Is it? Oh, it looks black on here.
He's got black numbers, though. That's something. It's a start. I don't know. The other one that hasn't really gotten much bad luck was Cody H. Gaming. Got involved in that first wreck. He's been able to keep on trucking since then, even though they're not in trucks. They're in Penty's cars. Here they come around through turns 3 and 4, getting ready to go back into the green flag zone. And away we go.
And we're going to try it one more time. 62 laps in the books. Working on lap 63. It looks like Bordeaux is underneath of Tyler Mallon, heading into 3 and 4.
Oh, he got a little loose.
Slides a little bit. And Mallon got loose, too.
Whoa! What a save by Mallon. Bordeaux can take second.
Bordeaux is going to take second. He's going to go right on the bumper of Hazard as well. I don't know what happened to Davey there. I wonder if Davey's starting to lose his tires.
Mallon's a roll! Oh, what a save! They all saved it! What?
Oh, they're stacking it.
That's impossible. Pan gets turned.
Pan Metallica's around.
Oh, trouble. Easterday's around. Will we see the caution? Yes.
Hey.
Number 6. Replay. 6th verse, similar to the first. It's a 9-car not back here, and Easterday just gets into the back of Pan and turns him.
Forgot about the brakes again.
And then
Classic.
Easterday hits him, and Easterday gets hit by Ethan Head, and that's what spins out Easterday. If that wouldn't have happened, we may have stayed green.
He just...
On board with Benjamin Crazy. The Benjamin Easterday himself, last year's champion, has a severe case of Jimmy Johnson syndrome tonight.
Even gave Pan a shot to try to straighten him back out. It just didn't work out.
He comes onto pit road. Ethan Head's on pit road for the 900th time tonight. Pan stayed
Cody,
out. Somebody
good.
else pitted. The leader stayed
Cody's
out again.
not
We're
being
back
fun.
under caution. Good Lord. Hi, chat. How you doing?
What's up, Autodrome? How you doing?
My goodness gracious. Next week, we're at Wilmot. Trace is going to be on the track because he's sponsoring the
Indeed.
race.
Sure am.
I'll be here. Hopefully, Rusty and or Caleb Hoffman will be here with me in the booth for some dirt track NACOS action. After that, where are we? Madison. It's a short track I've never heard of before. Then we're at Iowa. Then Berlin. I-Car, U-Car, we all car. That's that tiny road course thing. Barry. The other dirt track, that's DuQuoin. Then Slinger, hardly newer, and we're done for the season. I don't know how Slinger's going to be broadcasted because things aren't changing on my schedule, and I'm not happy about it, really, but I also kind of am. So we'll tell you something when you need to know it and when we know it as well.
We got weeks to figure that out. Let's not worry about that right now.
We
Let's
do.
get back to the
We
absurdity.
do, but
that's
by
happening.
the end of next week's race, we are halfway through the season, so it's
Woo!
flown by. Invisible
really has.
automobiles in the infield again. Here we go. Green flag.
Hazard
Great
gets a
start
great-
for Tommy. He
Cordell.
drops in for second. Malin gets turned and hangs on. They don't pile up behind him. Drive-through takes third. Here comes Gonzalez underneath him.
Oh, that's dangerous, as we've seen before.
And these two have had a feud. We saw them make contact last week at Montreal.
And drive-through squeaked back into the top three. How about that, drive-through? How you doing? Welcome
He
back
has
to the
come
top.
out of nowhere.
Had the unfortunate incident at the beginning of the race and is now battling for a podium position. Malin breathing hard down his neck.
And drive-through needs this. He hasn't had a great finish since he won a Slinger at the end of last year. He has stunk up the show this season. I'll be perfectly honest to you. It hasn't been a kind season to the man in the 77 car. And it's about time to see him up at the front competing. He almost pins it right there, and the commentator's curse is alive. I'm going to shut up now.
As we've seen this season so far, it looks like those who had a lot of luck last season have not been able to repeat that luck this season. Ben's been having a lot of issues. Drive-through's not as competitive as he was. I think the culture shock is really affecting these guys.
He's able to get back by Malin, though.
Whew, these
And
guys have been
Malin
side
almost punted him.
side. And these two have a history of racing in leagues together, so I don't know how that's going to affect how they drive against each other, but they do have a history.
And Tommy's all over Hazy. Hazard for the lead,
Hazy
and Hazard's loose.
Hazy Desert is in the front,
Oh,
in the 75, and Bommy Tordo in the 57. Just drive Drew. Myler Talon, Anthony Gonzalez.
It's not Anthony, it's Alexander anymore. He gets third! Murdered! Delgado booted him out of the way, and do we stay green? No. Caution number 7.
Hey, we made it to almost 10 laps that time.
Austin Delgado murdered Alexander Gonzalez in turn 3. Almost flipped him over. Oh, that's a shame.
Was it six flips we have now?
Well, it was a half flip. Caught air.
5.5. Oh, looks like Gonzalez not happy about that, giving Austin a couple under caution bumper shots.
I mean, Austin just sent it in, it looked like, but are we going to see it? Tommy, oh, drive-through stays out. Hazard stays out. Malin Bordeaux are in. And as of now, it's drive-through has pitted. Hazard has not. Gonzalez has not. So those are the two guys that are on the older tires. Everybody else has pitted at least once so far.
If I were a betting man, the reason that Gonzalez did not pit is he's anticipating sending it in on Delgado as revenge. But I'm not a betting man, so although I did call that amazing race like 2 laps before at CTMP, that third and fourth were going to wreck each other. Pam was going to pick that third spot.
Take a look at your crystal ball. What do you got for now? What do you got for this?
Right now, what is Tyler Malin doing?
I think they got out ahead of the field instead of being behind them.
Oh.
They were too fast off pit road.
Gonzalez gets right up on Malin. Oh, I don't know
That
about
or
that.
they both had penalties and had to drop to the rear. I'm not sure. But what's your crystal ball saying? 10 more
Well,
pilots.
they're going to have to drive to the back of the field because they pitted under green, so makes sense. So my crystal ball says we got to see how they line up first.
Ryan Karp, 4th. Excuse me?
Hello, Ryan Carp. Hello, also Hunter B in 5th.
Hunter B, 5th.
Okay.
Hello.
If I'm a betting man, Gonzalez is going for Delgado, turn 1. If that's what my crystal ball says right now.
Are we going to get a restart here? Yes, green flag. Big checkup on the outside line. Drive-through did not get going. Here comes Pantalica inside for 2nd.
Pan looking to take that spot from drive-through. Clears
Got
him.
it.
Coming out of turn 4. Drive-through in 3rd. Hunter B
Oh,
in 4th.
Hunter! Nope, there goes Delgado around
There
on
it
the
is.
inside. Everybody missed him. Can we stay green, please?
That was
Yes, we
that-
stay green.
Hard to call if that was a checkup or retaliatory, but Pan's all over the lead, so I can't look. Pantalica all over the back of Davey Hazard, looking for that first spot, and maybe even competing for his first win.
Looking for his first career win. His best finish was 3rd, I believe. Let me look. 4th. Well, actually, no.
Oh, and it looks like he's falling back now, falling into the clutches of drive-through, who's not gonna let him take that spot easy.
His best finish was 3rd. Came at CTMP.
We'd love to see him get up there, get up some laps led, but he's got to be
Oh,
smooth. He's
Hazard
gotta be,
piffed it. Here comes Pan. Had to check up. Didn't expect him to lose it. Hunter B, 4th. Ryan Karp, 5th. What a day for them. This would be both of their best career finishes in NACOS if this were to stand right now.
I think what we're seeing now is tire wear in real time. I think Davey's starting to lose a lot more grip than he is expecting, and
Maybe.
Pan is all over him, waiting for him to make that mistake, because he is not as fast through 3 and 4 as Pan is, and the rest of the field, these guys who pitted are.
Yeah. Pan's all over him. Tommy Bordeaux has set the fastest lap of the race. Drive-through almost gave Pan the bumper there in turn 1. He's fighting hard for that 2nd spot in turn 3.
Drive-through getting a little bit impatient back there, maybe saying, hey, Pan, maybe you want to make that move sooner rather than later.
He's got Hunter B
Otherwise,
breathing
he's
down
going to
his
move him
neck.
out of the way. Make it
Tyler
tough.
Mallon almost murdered Alexander Gonzalez down turn 2. He's all over the back bumper. We heard him say before the race started that if you were slow, he was going to punt you.
And looks like here we looking at it right now.
Back into turn 3. Locked him up. Doesn't want to kill him yet, but he's probably going to.
And Pan is overdriving turns 1 and 2, but smooth through 3 and 4. He's going wide in 1 and 2. If you can just get that figured out, he might have a shot at making a move on Hazard here in the next couple laps.
Allen locks it up again. Turn 3.
Order still stands.
Oh, Pan got
there
into
we
him.
got it.
Hazard saved it. Drive-through takes 2nd. Here comes Hunter B looking for 3rd.
Hunter with that dangerous nose. We've seen him get it into the back of some people in 3 and 4 on that.
Oh, got loose going into turn 1.
Battling for 3 and 4. Looks like he's going to try to clear Pan. Is Pan going to give it to him? No. Battle continues, and Ryan Clark going to make
a
the
little
move.
slow. Hunter had to check up. Here comes Karp on the bottom. What a run by Pan on the outside. Trouble. Gonzalez got punted and hangs on. What a save.
Tommy Bordeaux, Ben Easterday hanging out back there. Trying to stay clear, stay clean as Hunter and Pan still battling for this 3rd place
Oh, we
spot.
got him there. What a pass.
What a move. What a sequence
And
of events
here
and drive-through.
comes the Canadian Mr. 1, David Cornelius, drive-through all over the back bumper of Davey Hazard. He is not letting Hazard get away, just like we saw at the beginning of the race before he got passed by almost half the field because he got stuck on the outside line.
And how this all happened is Pan took a shot to Hazard, and it pushed him up to the outside, opened the door for drive-through, and here we go. Gave up 3rd spot to Hunter B, who also made good of a bad situation as well.
Yeah. Oh, not Pan, I'm sorry. Mallon almost killed Karp that time going into turn number 1. He had to lock it up to avoid hitting him.
And Mallon making his way back through the field patiently.
I'm
sure some...
patiently with air quotes around it and an asterisk next to it. It hasn't been very patient. He's already punted 1 driver, and he's about to make it 2.
We are now officially clear past halfway.
Karp screwed up.
Right,
Mallon
laps to go
gets
now.
by. And as Trey said, as I was also talking, so it didn't come over, we are halfway.
Halfway. What? No, I'm not going to make the joke on stream.
And we've only had, what, 6 cautions, 7 cautions? I've lost track now. Chat,
I
help
have
me
lost.
out.
We flipped 6 times, I think. I think 6 is the count. I don't know. Chad's going to have to check me on that one.
How many do we got? I got to go back and clip all these darn cautions.
I think it was
anyway,
5.5.
No, there were
Might
at
have been,
least 6. I just don't know if there were 7. At least 1. Thanks, Travis.
This battle for first is heat up. Is there? I don't know if there's just not anywhere to make a move because the track is so small or what. But it's just like you catch first place and then you can't get around it.
Yeah.
Although I feel like if they do
got
get
loose.
around it, it's going to be
Allen's
it's
there.
going to be a great win.
Allen locks it up. Pan gives him the spot. Tractor got turned! Crash in turn 4, and that's a caution. Hunter B goes to the moon. Turn 4 is a parking lot, and drive-through is at the center of it. He gets it again! Ethan Head,
why?
where are the brakes, man?
Or turn!
The Arca brake master. Back at it again with...
Come on, man.
That's
Come on, man.
number
I'm happy
2
you're
that
out
he's
here getting
come in
better.
last second. Hunter B just gave drive-through a good old-fashioned punting, and that's his 7th caution flag of the night, I think. And, I mean, just nowhere to go for anybody. Hunter B got hit by Pan, up and into the wall, airborne. Carp, I think, is going to miss it. Maybe. No,
Perhaps
he
drive-
hits drive-through. Easterday gets by without a hitch. Gonzalez and McGraw make it by just fine. Same with Cody H Gaming, as does David Alvarez. And then Ethan Head comes in. Our Lord and Savior himself comes in and gives drive-through the business right before the start-finish line.
I don't know how that happened, but it did. I just said earlier, I'm happy to see him out there, and then it's like, oh, come on, man.
On board with
And,
drive-through.
Davey Hazard is pitted as well.
Oh, actually, going on board with drive-through, he may have chopped Hunter B's nose a bit.
Hard to tell.
Let's go on board with Hunter. Since we have that ability. And, yeah, drive-through just chopped down on Hunter there. That wasn't Hunter's fault at all.
Yeah, that one's it's right there. No, you've seen it yourself.
Hazard is pitted. Tyler Mallon's your leader.
Tyler Mallon, Tommy Bordeaux, Ben Easterday. Hey, what's up?
And Davey Hazard has officially led the most laps. He only needed to lead 101. He's led 106. He only needed enough laps for Dalmatians, and he's got that and more.
And now he's got the next generation of Dalmatians being bred. That joke is a bit of a stretch.
Yep, something like that. 202 are on the way.
So, interestingly enough, the Ben Crazy in 3rd place right now.
Yeah, how about that?
Haven't talked much about him other than he's been involved in everybody else's wrecks and a couple of his own.
And Hunter B still in 4th, and we've got
Ryan Karp still
Karp
5th?
still 5th. Yeah, Davey's back in 7th.
I think this is going to be our most interesting restart to date.
What makes you say that?
We got Mal on the inside. Behind him, Ben. Bordeaux's on the outside with Hunter B, and Ryan Karp's right in front of Davey Hazard. So we have a lot of unknowns here. A lot of variables. They're going to come out of turn 4.
Early
wow,
start.
Malin got an amazing
Mallon's out to the gate. He knows that they're going to wreck 16 times behind him. They make it through 1
Bordeaux
and 2
outside
for
of
now.
Easterday. Bordeaux outside of
Whoa!
Easterday.
Hazard sends it in on
Karp's the
Karp.
outside.
Hunter B's up to the top of the track, almost into the wall, and Hazard's in 4th after 1 lap.
And wow, Ryan Karp just dropped like 9 spots after that.
Here
That
comes
is
Easterday for 2nd. Hazard's right there with him. Bordeaux stuck on the outside. He's going to go 3 wide, almost punted him.
Didn't take long for Davey Hazard to be a factor again. He's already back up here battling. Right behind Ben Easterday, right underneath of Tommy, his best friend.
He wants to get
looks
to
like-
Allen. He's got to get
Bordeaux
through
got
these
the
guys
ball
to
there.
get him. Ben moves
Bordeaux.
up. Hazard gets by.
And so begins the rundown. Davey Hazard on fresh tires. Everybody else on not so fresh tires.
2nd and a half is the gap for the lead. Oh, Mallon slid it through turn 3 and 4 right there.
Gap drops to still 1.6 seconds. See how that closes as we could carry on. Everybody else single filing out.
Yeah, this is the calmest we've seen these guys. And we're closing in on the finish, believe it or not.
That time by still the same gap to the lead. Ryan Karp up high. Gonna have to give up 5th place to Gonzalez here, it looks like. But can he close the door before Delgado slides in?
Yeah, you
Looks
got
like
it.
he does. As I even asked the question. Bordeaux looking underneath the Easter day, didn't quite get there.
Yeah, not quite. He had to bail out of it. He'll get him later. Cody H Gaming P8 right now. I believe
And climbing, it looked like.
This is on pace for his best finish of the year. He finished 8th last week at Montreal.
Bordeaux
He
underneath of
finished
Easter day to take
6th.
3rd spot.
Finished 6th at Thompson. Bordeaux gets him. And cue the Jaws music because Davey Hazard's reeling in Tyler Mallon.
Dun-dun. 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 Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. I need a soundboard. I think that's what I need.
Something like that.
It's probably a terrible idea, actually. You should give me one of those.
Well, you heard it here.
Well, I dropped a 1/10 of a second off that lap. I don't know.
He's
Tyler Mallon's pace seems to be,
well, the more Mallon screws up, the more likely it is that Hazard will
Mallon.
catch him before the end of the race. Pan is getting eaten up here in the back.
Pan moved ahead of Karp into 8th place from 10th place that time by drive-through dropping back some more spots.
Yeah, Cody H Gaming now in the 7th position.
Delgado 6th. Gonzalez all over Easter Day
Yeah,
for
here
5th.
we go. Gonzalez's best finish is 5th. He got it at Thompson.
Ben gives the unpredictable Gonzalez enough space to get underneath of them there. Looks like he's going to put a slide job,
Got
a little bit
him.
of one there. He's going to take that 5th spot away.
Had to make sure he cleared him, and he did.
Mallon, Hazard, Bordeaux, Gonzalez, Big Crazy, your top 5. So we have really, well, I guess smoke if you got him now.
Yeah. Lap traffic ahead. It's David Alvarez. He should get out of the way.
David Alvarez.
Oh,
with a-
Mallon biffed. Turn 3 and 4 went really wide off the bottom of the racetrack. That's got to allow Hazard to close in.
And now that he's on the back of Alvarez, Alvarez is going to go wide, give him the room.
And he'll
Wisely
probably
let
do
him
the
on
same
through.
for Hazard here in the next lap or so. Gap still about a second.
We're getting to that point of the race where everybody's going to be mixing in, and I'm not going to know who's where.
Yeah. That's pretty much where we're at right now. 'Cause this is certainly the longest green flag run we've had. Hazard gets by without a problem. Now he gets to set his sights once again back on that blue bumper of the 18 of Tyler Mallon.
Clear air for now as they're going to come up on Jordan McGraw
Yep,
and
Mc-
Ethan Head.
McGraw
well,
and
Ryan
Ryan Karp, he's fallen like a stone in water. I mean, top to bottom. He restarted 5th. He's back in 11th. And he could lose more spots by the end of it.
And Hunter B started up towards the front of that restart, but got punted to the outside, lost 8 spots, and just hasn't been able to climb back up, it looks like.
Drifting it through 3 and 4 was Mallon that last time by.
Looks like 3
Tires
and 4
lit up and
hot spot.
everything.
Turn 4 is becoming a hot spot, it looks like.
Well, they almost wrecked in front of him there between Ethan Head and Jordan McGraw. They're battling for position.
And that is not what Mallon wants to see
Yeah.
ahead of him for sure.
They're side by side right now. Ethan Head trying to hang on to the spot. McGraw trying to pass him.
Ooh, Mallon went way wide, almost got in the wall there. As a dangerous move to cross that yellow line.
Did that John Force thing that we talked about. Just lighting them tires up down the front straightaway. And now he's caught the lappers. Locked him up. McGraw goes wide.
Delgado underneath of Ben Crazy. 5th spot's going to be his.
Oh, Ethan almost got into Mallon. Mallon locked it up. He goes wide. Ethan Head tried to cut back underneath, and Davey Hazard's there, folks. He just needs these lappers to get out of the way. McGraw does, but it's going to cost Hazard some time.
He's going to throw him out of the way at this rate if he's got to.
Yeah. And now Ethan Head's there. He better get out of the way, and he does.
Oh, I'm sure they're letting him know on the radio. That's get
Hazard
moving.
Hazard has not finished worse than second in NACOS. He's running second right now, trying to win his third race in a row.
I don't know what the consecutive win streak is, but I think it's only like 2. Don't quote me on that.
Actually, no, wait a second.
Wait, didn't Cosman win a bunch of races at the end of the season last year? Yeah, that's probably wrong.
It wasn't in a row, though. Oh, darn it, this was last year's points. I think Hazard's already on 3 in a row, trying to make it 4 in a row. Carp gets out of the way for him. The gap is under a second for the lead.
Ooh, and Hazard over
close.
turn 3 there, got way loose. Trying to keep the car underneath him as he chases down that 18 car.
Yeah,
Everybody
Hazard's
else.
already won 3 in a row. He's won the last 3. Delaware, Thompson, and Montreal trying to get win number 4 in a row. Hear it on the drum Chaudière. And he's closing in on Malin. As we're closing in on the 3/4 mark here.
And Delgado has caught Gonzalez for that 4th spot, it looks like. He's going to make a move the next couple of laps, I would think.
He's getting closer to him. They're about
Delgado
5 seconds behind the leader.
Delgado, a very humble driver. Doesn't really push people out of the way unless he
Now
has to.
Bordeaux is within 3 seconds of the lead and has no lap traffic between him and the leader for now. More lap traffic ahead. It's Hunter B, Cody H Gaming.
And this could be the one this could be the shakeup that we're looking for here, as we're going to come in and close out 3/4 of the race right there. Tyler
50
Malin
laps
continues
to go.
lead. Exactly 6/10 up that time.
And Hunter B's not giving him much room. Now
I
he gets
mean,
out of the way. They'll be side by side. Now he's in Hazard's way. Hazard's able to get by. And look at this. He is there within a couple of car lengths.
It is the leader sandwich right now between these lap cars. Cody is likely to get out of the way this turn, I would think.
Here he goes up the hill, up to the wall, lets both of them by, and Hazard is right there with him. Just 2 or 3 car lengths is the gap right now, under half a second.
They're closing in on putting David Alvarez down a second lap as well ahead of them. And I think these lap cars are playing to Davy's favor here, as Tyler now has to drive around them and doesn't have that clean air he was doing so well in before.
Malin won the season opener at Saskatoon. Hasn't won since. That was his only career win up to this point. Trying to seal win number 2. He's got a long way to go, trying to redeem himself from Montreal and close in on that points lead. Could help set off a stretch that could hurt Hazard in the long run, especially if Hazard finds some bad luck ahead. As we mentioned, still half the season left. Almost some contact between Gonzalez and Delgado. Within the lap traffic, it pushed Delgado way wide. He lost a lot of time.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but Delgado got the short end of the stick.
Yeah.
Turn 2, wound up the track and lost a ton of time.
Allen locked it up again into turn 1. Closing in on 40 laps to go.
Oh, he's locking it again.
Worn tires, maybe. Probably.
Worn tires, maybe. Might be overdriving the car now that he sees Hazard so close.
Yeah. Maybe both.
I mean,
Up onto that
part of
runoff
driving
area
is
there
the
on the
mental game.
backstretch.
Part of driving is the mental game, as seen in some of the NASCAR games. The Intimidate feature is an actual thing that happens.
Yeah, there's a
gotta
button on
keep
the
your
steering wheel that they have to push.
You're leading a race. You got to keep your cool.
And
you see
drive
it
through. Remember when he was second? He's now 9th, 8th.
Ooh.
Last car on the lead lap.
Likely, I would assume, a victim of tires? Maybe? I don't know when he pitted last. He said he just pitted once. Right?
Close to, I think, Malin. But I don't really remember. And Hazard's all over the back bumper, beating and banging on it going into turn 3.
Now that bumper's going to be gray by the time it's all said and done.
And that front bumper's going to be blue. Right
And
there, just can't get him.
Push and just working him through the turns. They come in at the Ethan head again in the way.
Hazard backs off. Head gets out of the way.
Hazard not looking to stack anything up there and cause anybody to lose some track position as he looks underneath the mound. Oh, his man's
There
got to
goes
move.
Malin slid up
Turn 1
for the
Underneath
lead.
Ooh, Malin throws the pinch.
they're both
Keeps it underneath
sideways.
him, side by side. Into turn 3 and
Hazard.
4. Hazard on the bottom.
And he's going to get him. Yes, can Malin get the crossover? No, he can't. Davey Hazard back to the front.
Davey Hazard back to the lead. Right where you left it. Malin kept it warm for you. The 75 back to the lead.
Malin led 58 laps while out in front, and he is now fallen off big time.
Woo, Delgado is giving Gonzalez a couple shoves here in turn 3 and 4, trying to get him out of the way.
Delgado knows he's faster. Gonzalez is stubborn on the bottom.
And all these lap cars getting out of the way of our leaders.
Still watching a battle for fourth between Gonzalez and Delgado.
Delgado gonna try the high side here, maybe a crossover move. Ooh, looks like he let it tight about middle of the turn.
Didn't quite work. Sent it in. Almost got it to Gonzalez. Lost a little bit of time, maybe. Now back at it.
Delgado looking to take that fourth spot, and as we've seen in the NACOS point system,
Crash!
it's brutal.
Crash! Ethan heads around. Turn 2 back straight away. And that will bring out the caution. Never fails. It started like this. Ethan Head drove it in too hard, dumped Jordan McGraw. McGraw slid it through the corner. Ethan Head got into him again, and Head spun it around.
We're
gonna have 25 laps to go or so on the restart.
Gonna see if anybody's gonna take any pit stops here.
Car that got the free pass is one Mr. Cody H Gaming. Malin's pitting. Carp is pitting even though he's a lap down. Delgado stays out. Gonzalez stays out. Bordeaux stays out. Tyler Malin just got bit by the strategy bug. 5 cars stayed out. It's possible, but he's going to have to use that bumper a lot to get to the front.
And he's worked his way through the back of this field very easily. As it's more towards when we get 5th on up that he's going to have to really... It's going to be crunch time when we go green here because he's only going to have about 25 laps left that he's going to have to work his way back.
Malin will restart 6th.
Oh, boy.
Make that 7th because Cody's still on the lead lap. So he'll start on the bottom, which is good for him.
That is where you want to be.
And we are going to have, I think, exactly 25 laps to go on the restart. We should be able to double them up right here. It's not over till it's over, and if you turn this race off, get your butts back to the TV screen because we are a long way from home, especially if we have a couple more cautions. I believe this was caution number 8.
We're going to have to get some... we'll have to get a counter. We'll have to put a counter on stream. Flip counter.
Well, I think this is the maximum number of cautions on the season. I believe we had 8 at Saskatoon to open the season up.
Yeah, everybody's shaking off the cobwebs there.
And
for
we
sure.
are staying single file.
What are we?
Huh?
I guess we're trying to figure out where everybody's supposed to be.
Maybe, because nobody's on pit road anymore. So we're going to have a restart now with 24 laps to go, as long as they double up. Which, how Cody's dropping in the back. So Malin is in the 6th spot again. Now he's 5th. No, now he's doubling up. Okay, now we're doubling up and we're getting ready to go.
Yeah, that might be bad news for Tyler Malin starting on the outside here.
So he's going to be on the outside. You bet he's probably going to get turned trying to get to the bottom. Davey
Rack,
Hazard,
come
Tommy
up,
Bordeaux.
I don't think we're
Dang
going
it,
green
you
this
guys. 23 laps to settle it. You're
And
killing
it's a
me.
flashback at the start of the race. 2 best friends, 1-2 on the
And we
front.
know Gonzalez is prone to using that bumper to his advantage. Could we
And to
see
a lot
it
of people's
happen
disadvantage
here?
at times.
Could this be the beginning of the end of the Davey Hazard enterprise that has taken over NACOS?
It very well could be. Davey Hazard could be on the receiving end of his first punt, and therefore his first not top 2 finish. What are we doing, everybody? Come on!
22 laps to go when we get the green flag. I hope. The
Word from
NACOS
the track.
officials falling asleep at the switch tonight? Or did we lose somebody? No.
No, I don't.
Everybody's here.
I think I don't know. What are we doing, guys? They're not even lined up. We can't go green this time. What are we doing?
Throw the red flag for God's sake. Are we going to have a 20-lap dash? Now we've got 21 to go when we get the green, maybe.
1 to go.
What
is
we
happening?
doing, guys?
All right, it might be green this time. Oh, unless we're going to red it. Like they said. No.
Carp's blinking around like crazy in the back, but that shouldn't matter.
This might be it.
I think we're green now. Maybe. Oh,
they're
McGraw
stacking.
fell out.
Oh, there it is.
Green flag. Here we go. Turn 1. Bordeaux
Oh,
can't
and-
clear for second. Here comes Gonzalez.
Gonzalez already all over that back bumper of the 57, looking underneath. Oh,
He's
that's
got
dangerous
Delgado
position
there.
to be, Tommy. Look out, that 36 bumper has a couple
he
different
gets
vehicles.
turned. He gets crashed.
and a push
Bordeaux got
straight.
onto him. Malin
Oh,
hits
Malin
him.
did it.
And Cody H. Gaming's around, and the caution's back out.
Cody's gaming up on the dirt hill on the infield here.
He's beached like a whale. Now he gets it going again. Ryan Karp's car exploded. Excuse me? Ryan Karp died. Hold on a minute. Ryan Karp was blinking out of existence, and his car, it detonated on the backstretch as they were coming to get the green flag. What in the world?
I've never seen that.
And then the next lap, it's hard battling for second, and Tommy Bordeaux got into the back of the 36 and spun him around. Malin hit him. Cody H. Gaming got punted by David Alvarez. We're back under caution with under 20 laps to go.
And Ryan Karp, you're probably going to have to retire that
Caution
37
number
speed.
9.
That's the highest on the season so far, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Now it's going to be, heartbreaker for Gonzalez. Finally up front.
Yeah.
Finally having a chance to show what he can do. And, in a weird twist of fate, wound up with the bumper, taking it in the bumper, and just around he went.
And Karp will be out. Too much damage
Too
for
much.
him.
To answer the question from chat, we do not have green-white checkers unless it happens to fall that way with the caution.
Yep, no green-white checkers unless we get a restart with 2 laps to go. Otherwise, if we have to finish under yellow, we finish under yellow. I don't think we've had to do that yet this year.
There's the first time for everything, and it could be now. I think we're stacking up ready to go again.
Typically,
Rack 'em up,
if we
stack
get a
'em up,
caution
throw
on
it
the
green.
last lap like we saw at Saskatoon, we'll just let them go to the end. Green flag. We've got 26 laps to go at the line. Make that 16.
And
That can
Delgado
be
in the
mad.
second.
Where in the
Austin
world
Delgado
did
got a
Mr.
great jump on
Tony
Bordeaux.
Delgado Stewart come from? No, Ryan Karp's alive. Never mind, I'm wrong about everything. He's out in front of everybody else. Tyler Malin is slid into third, and we've got another caution. Ethan Head has crashed again. Are you kidding me, guys?
I think I heard part. I think that came through on chat. Did everybody hear part of my soul die?
Hunter B got turned around by David Alvarez, and then that caught Ethan Head. Replay on board Hunter.
For the
Why?
9,336th
10th caution of the night. So we're going to have this restart within 10 laps to go. But now Tyler Malin's on the bottom.
I was just about to say, these constant restarts are letting Tyler Malin slowly crawl his way into competition again. He went from 5th to 3rd in a matter of a couple of laps, so...
Delgado's going to be stuck on the outside here, not really where he wants to be. Same with Bordeaux. Ben Easterday's going to start 5th on the bottom.
And Easterday looking for a top 5, trying to salvage this after having some awful luck at the beginning of this race.
Yeah, he got beat around a couple of times. Yeah, cautions breed cautions, but we've had 10. It was about 8 in the first half, and now 2 in
They
this
need to
last
stop.
half.
We went from being like a small nuclear family to being a strong Catholic family of cautions.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
All right, we're doubling up. We're going to go green this time. Austin Delgado going to get that start on the outside row here. Let's see what he can do with that.
We went from a Father's Day picnic to a funeral really, really quick with the amount of relatives that have showed up here at the end of this deal. We're going to have
Restart
12 to go on the restart. Make that 11.
I was going to say, I thought I did the math right.
Well, my scoring only refreshed as I said 12, so it's 11.
Here we go. Rack 'em up, stack 'em up, throw it green.
Green flag. Here we go.
Great jump on.
And Malin did not. He got punted by Easterday.
Easterday going to keep Malin in that
Quick
competition.
crash. Pans around.
Gonzalez, Ethan Head, caution flag.
Oh
No!
my God.
We stay green!
No yellow?
That was 4 cars, but we stay green. Tyler Mallon takes second. Tommy Bordeaux coming for third.
And Austin Delgado, unfortunate victim of the outside lane here, as Mallon is now going to have to
the caution was going to get thrown.
I guess they cleared the track quick
But that
enough
was
that they
more
just
than
didn't.
2 cars.
That's
Whatever.
the reason we're in
Mallon
the booth.
closing in.
Not-
Remember, Mallon's on fresher tires.
Yeah, Mallon has caught Davey in a hurry too.
Under 10 laps to go.
This is Tyler Mallon's race to lose, I would
we
think.
see the
He
bumper?
has caught Davey in a hurry. He is all over the back of that 75. He's going to give him a shot here out of turn
Over
2,
him.
pushing in the backstretch.
Trying to
In
get
a
around
3
the outside.
The outside. And with those fresher tires, you might actually have an outside lane here. But
Crossover,
Hazard,
maybe? Nope. Stays in line. Oh, he wrecked him! Tyler Mallon turns Davey Hazard in front of the field. We stay green. Tommy Bordeaux takes the lead.
Tommy Bordeaux on the outside is going to take the lead of the race.
We stay green. Never mind. Caution flag.
Oh my
Tommy
God.
Bordeaux is not going to stay in the lead. Hazard retakes it. They're going to give it back to Hazard.
I think
after
Tommy
the
had the
punt.
lead at that.
After the punt from Tyler Mallon, Hazard reclaims the lead, but Hazard's tires have to be destroyed. We're going to almost red flag it here.
Where did we throw the yellow?
I don't know.
Because Tommy's in the lead.
Well, here's the thing. We can't take time to figure this out. We're coming to 4 laps to go. We need to rack them up and go now.
All right, well.
We're running out of time. Tommy Bordeaux led that last lap. Austin Delgado apparently led a lap. I believe we're doubling up right now. No, we're not.
No, I think they're going to try to figure this out.
Well, they need to park it then, because we have to go green next time by then.
Or we're going to finish under yellow, and they're going to sort this out afterwards.
We've got people on pit road. They're stopping.
We're stopping. We're going to get this figured out. This was...
Well, they've got people
What
on
a
pit
jumble
road now.
mess.
It's Ethan Head. He's the only one that pitted after he was involved in that crash. He's pitting for the 12th freaking time. I guess that means we've had 12 cautions. We need to go green next time by in order to get a finish. They're taking it really slow, doubled up. We're going to have 2 laps to settle it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Davey Hazard looking for his 4th win in a row. Mallon and Bordeaux looking to add their 2nd win to the season. Ben Crazy, drive through 5th and 6th. They're trying to keep their season alive. Cody H Gaming in 7th. Mr. Where did he come from? He's earned that nickname tonight, even though that nickname wasn't a thing until now. Through 3 and 4. Green, white, checkered. It's written. 2 laps to settle it. Green flag!
Green flag. Oh, Mallon did not get a good start there. Bordeaux underneath him. Bad start from that's going to be exactly what Davey wanted to see. White flag is in the air.
1 lap to go at Autodrome Chaudière. Can Davey Hazard win 4 in a row?
Does Tyler Mallon have the gear to get to him? He
overdrove
does.
it
He overdrove the 1 and 2.
Into 3 and 4. Won't be enough. The dump didn't work. Davey Hazard wins at Autodrome Chaudière. And photo finish for 3rd. Tommy Bordeaux got it, I think.
Hazard, Mallon, Bordeaux, Delgado, Ben Crazy, Drive Through, Cody H Gaming, Hunter B, Pantalica, and Anthony Gonzalez, unofficial top 10.
Alexander Gonzalez, your top 10, yeah.
That's what I meant. Who's Anthony Gonzalez? Is he a tight end? That's what I'm thinking of.
Yes, he's retired. Works for Fox
I always
now.
think of. Yeah, that's what I always
It's
think
another win, 4 in a row. The top 3 has not changed other than last week. It's been the same 3 guys. It's been Hazard, Mallon, Bordeaux. We'll talk to them all here in a moment.
Let's
Dual burnouts on the front stretch as Hazard slaps the wall. It's him and Bordeaux doing burnouts on the front stretch right now. Cody H Gaming drove it into the wall. Oh, they're going backwards. Are we gonna...
Are they jousting?
I
Is that
thought
what's
they were
happening
going to
right now?
joust, but I guess not. Hazard went onto pit road, and Bordeaux is still going. Bordeaux's now coming onto pit road, sliding it.
All right, let's bring our race winner and 3rd place up into the booth here because they like to be interviewed together. So
Yeah,
here we go. Race winner Davey Hazard and 3rd place finisher Tommy Bordeaux, welcome to the booth, my guys. Welcome back. Same story. Another week.
Holy crap.
Keep doing it. We're just gonna keep even 1-2 in the point stand. That's what we want.
So you gotta talk. So you gotta talk. So did you feel any sense of mortality when you weren't leading the race and you had to start in the way back and work your way up?
I don't really think about it that way. Really my only goal is to try and get as much as I can back. I knew it was gonna be really hard. It was tough. Like I'm sweating right now, but like, nah, I try not to think like that. I try not to worry too much about it, because if once you do, you end up getting mired back there. You get caught up in stuff. So I just didn't think about it. Sent it 3 wide a couple times. It felt pretty good, and then just had to run Tyler down for however many laps that was.
So coming to that last restart, Tyler's on fresher tires. He's starting outside of you. Are you nervous?
When he was outside of me, no. Not much. It's on that last restart especially. You didn't really have enough time. The way we do the restarts here, the leader can get a decent jump without being totally unfair. Still get a pretty decent jump. I was a little more sketched out when he pit and we had 10, 15, 20 laps left. That was when I was a little sketched out, when he started catching me at the end of that. At the end of one of those runs when he ended up getting into me. But no, on that last restart, I was quietly confident in my ability to keep it in the lead there.
Well, we'd love to see you back up here in the win. Congratulations on the win. Tommy, another top 3.
Yeah, it seems like I'm up in somewhere up in the top 3 every week, which is not bad. As long as I'm talking to you guys at the end of a race, it was a good one, and that's no different here. I'm really excited to come home with another good finish. Like you guys said at the top there, same story, different track, and that's kind of what we did tonight again. I'm really proud of Davey for winning, and I'm pretty happy I held on to 3rd there. It was going to be close at the end, almost, with Austin.
Well, the margin of victory there was roughly 0.04 of a second between you and Austin.
Yeah, I think he got me at one of the other tracks we went earlier this season for 3rd, or maybe it was Huang or something. So I had to get that one back. Yeah, so couldn't let that happen again. I just kind of sent it out of 4 in that one, and it worked out this time. But woo, what a race for the TWB Technologies Mercedes-Benz. These things have been fast all year long, and it's all about keeping ourselves at the top of the points, and I think tonight we did a good job of that.
So we'd love to see you guys up here. We brought you up as a tandem. You did it last week. Anything you guys want to add before we send you back down?
For me, everybody I know that's watching, again, you're the best. We love you. Again, you guys, as always, always do a good job. Can't wait to go back, watch the highlights. Everybody at NACOS, all the admins, always doing a good job. All the people on my home leagues that I've had a home to race at. Everybody, you guys are all amazing. Thank you very much.
Can I make this sweeter for you here?
Oh,
Tommy Bordeaux is now 2nd in points.
Oh, yes, sir. Of course he is.
Tommy Bordeaux has passed Tyler Mallon for that 2nd spot. Davey, you lead Tyler by 103 points. And you lead Tommy 86 points, I think. The numbers are up on the screen right now for those of you watching the stream. Prove me wrong with your math, because I think mine's wrong. But nonetheless, 75-57, 1 and 2 right now.
86 points, I believe, is the correct
Okay, cool.
math there. So congratulations, you two, and we'll see you next week as well. Tommy, do you have anything you want to throw in here?
Absolutely. But first of all, I got to apologize to 36. I got into him on one of the late restarts, so that's kind of frustrating, I know, for him. I've been in the same situation, so sorry to him. But also, I want to give a huge, mega shout-out to Pepto-Bismol tonight. They're the reason I was able to race this race, all 200 laps of it. Without that, boy, I would have been in pit lane a lot of times tonight. So big shout-out to them, and you guys, of course, for putting on the show.
So should we expect a Pepto-Bismol paint scheme at any point?
We'll find out next week. You guys will see.
All right, guys, we will see you next week. Have a good race.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, sir. Cheers again, guys.
All right, I want to bring up the disgruntled 2nd place finisher here.
Yeah.
Bridesmaid yet again. Lady Luck was not on your side tonight, Tyler. How you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
We're good. Would you believe me if I said I didn't believe you?
Why? Believe me of what?
You sound a little more disgruntled than okay.
Oh no, I'm just really tired.
Okay. Well, you ran a great race. You ran out of laps, I think. As much as those last couple cautions helped you get to third, they then put you on the outside, and that was not where you needed to be on that last restart, I think. So walk us through. How'd you wind up back up there? I know you had a couple unfortunate incidents as the race went on.
Well, I moved a few people out of the way. I'm sure you saw that. But other than that, I think it was more the fresh tires that did anything.
All right. Well, yeah, unfortunate end to your race last week. Does it feel good to at least bounce back and finish in the top 3?
Yeah, it just I think this is like the third time I've finished second to Davey this season. So that's
the rivalry is certainly brewing. We look forward to seeing more of it as you guys race together in a different tracks and seeing how that affects your guys' driving styles as well. I look forward to it. Anything you want to add? Anybody you want to say hi to before we send you back?
No, but I do want to say I'm sorry to Davey for turning him there. Like at the end, I did not mean to. I just meant to kind of bump him out of the way a tiny bit without, turning him.
Rattle his cage.
I tried to make. Yeah, I mean, I tried to make sure I kept him in the lead after I turned, because that's not how I want to win a race at all.
Right. So. Well, congratulations on that second place, Tyler. We will see you next week.
Yep. Thank you.
Tyler Mallon, everybody.
Final thoughts here, Trace, before we wrap it up here from this evil quarter mile in the middle of nowhere that we went from no cautions to 183 cautions.
My current thoughts are, if you eat a bratwurst for breakfast, does it count as breakfast sausage? And secondly, this race was pretty fun. We had the most record amount of cautions, but it was still fun to watch. A lot of action going on.
This race was fun, and I think maybe we invest in making it a 150-lap race instead of 200, particularly because of the cautions, because there were a lot of them. That wraps up our coverage here from Autodrome Chaudière. Trace will not be joining me next week. He'll be on the racetrack because we're going dirt racing. We're at Wilmot for the Captain's Ransom 160 at Wilmot Raceway. Coverage begins right around 8 o'clock Eastern Time next Tuesday. Holy crap, June 30th. Can you believe next week we start the month of July?
Listen, man, the sooner 2020 is over, the better. As far as I'm concerned.
I didn't even realize next week was the last full week of June until right now. So there you go. There's your note for the day. From all of us, should probably pull the credits up, which I don't have on this thing for no reason. Here we go. Credits, bada bing, bada boom. Thanks for being here. On behalf of all of us, I'm Jacob Hitz. I almost said I'm Trace Ryder. I'm not Trace Ryder. Trace Ryder's been joining me for the past 6 weeks or so. Next week, we're halfway through the season, and it's been a fun ride. We'll be back for the rest of the season, starting next week. From all of us, Trace Ryder, I'm Jacob Hitz. Thanks for being here. See you next week. Peace and good night.